Lodi. Why the fuck these niggas acting like that gangster where your banger? Who you swung up on and dropped to earn some stripes to get your rank up? I be stunting on these pussy ass niggas, get your bank up. You be in and out the bank so much I think lil' bro a banker. I be coughing on these niggas cause they bitches make me sick.
Welcome to Rell Podcast. Hey, we done got high, got the shit. Welcome to Rell Podcast. This is episode number 13. If you wondering why we got the same shit on, if you wondering why we got the same shit on as we had on episode 12, it's cause my engineer getting married, so we shooting double today.
Congratulations, A Studios, A-List
Studios, man, get it right.
A-List.
My man, my boy getting married. He finna go out to the Bahamas and all that. And I ain't telling y'all the rest of the business, but yeah, we shooting double, so we back again. Got my boy Jamar back again.
Yo, what's good?
What's up, man?
What's up?
We went outside, took a smoke break. So bear with us.
We gonna be on for this one.
But nah, see the end of that episode, I don't know what you was talking about. But I know you started saying something about teaching your daughters and all that. I thought back on a post we seen on Facebook a while ago. We never did talk about it on the podcast, and it was like it had Chad Ochocinco. His daughter had asked for a pair of Yeezys.
Yeah.
And he made her get a job. Now, I understand, you know what I'm saying, why people accept it, but I kind of wouldn't have done that. Like,
You would've just bought her?
I would have bought her the goddamn Yeezys. I'm saying, it depends. Now, if she's like ungrateful or something, you know what I'm saying, just be asking me stuff and don't do nothing, just cause she's in school, you know what I'm saying. That's another thing they got to.
High school?
Yeah, I think she was at school. It was a joke, by the way. I think he was joking, or somebody said it was a joke. I don't know for sure, but that's a good conversation to have about, like, if you was rich, why would you want to make your kids like I ain't saying they shouldn't work, but a regular job, nigga.
Well, they gotta start off somewhere. I mean,
why do they have to start off somewhere?
Unless you have pool, or unless you have a business of your own that you could start them in, maybe.
What? Okay, she's in college for a reason.
Yeah.
Now, unless she's going just to be like a doctor or something, I'm pretty sure it's something you can like.
There's nothing wrong with a regular job, though.
No. I mean, that's a different conversation.
Cause it's teaching you. A regular job would teach you a lot. I'm not saying a career will teach you anything, but a regular job would teach small stuff that most people don't get in careers, like people skills. You know what I mean? You could be a bitch in your career because
she got a job at McDonald's. Them some of the bitches people I know.
Yeah, you're right.
I can't even ask for 2
But
sauces without attitude.
That's them, though. I mean, I learned good people skills from my job when I just trying to be nice, and I carry that on.
I probably think about too much of what I've been through in the workforce, but like, I know if I'm working so my kids don't have to do the things I did, I don't plan on making them to do things I did. And I think a lot of black people like to make their kids feel things or go through things they did for some reason. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's just a total example of that.
We do though. We do that.
And that bothers me because, like, discipline. I get discipline, but like, I hate to see a kid getting their ass beat so bad, and the first thing that the parents say, like my dad used to do stuff like this. Like you get a bad ass whooping to the point where you scarred up and all that. My dad would say something like, well, I got hit with stitch cords. So I didn't even want to say, well, you were abused. You know? Like,
well, that wasn't right either.
Like, what do you mean? You saying that like I should say, oh, I'm lucky. Like, we both finna need therapy, Dad. Like, why do you think that is, Jamar? Why do you think black people want, do you agree that black people commonly want their kids to experience things that they experience?
Yeah, they, well, because black people are different. because we see ourselves as all the same people, and we want everybody else to go through that same black experience. That's why I see a lot of people bring up slavery a lot, because they really want to go back to slavery and experience it so they can have that, I went through slavery, you know. And it's the same thing with the hood. It's like, I went through the hood stuff, and they like, it made me harder. And I'm thinking like, no, bro, that's just life. It don't make you harder than the next person. If you think about it, wouldn't you want to be, if your parents had enough money, and we talking about like a physical object, like a shoe, and I'm talking about the experience of having access to wealth, access to tutors, access to the best physicians and doctors. I'm not holding back none of that. Now you want to talk about some shoes? If I'm raising you right and you doing right, you ain't even gotta ask me about that. I should know what you want already. I'm gonna have it. Boom.
That's true, but like you said, if she's doing right though.
Yeah, if she, I said that too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but we know a lot of these kids that are growing up in that lifestyle. 9 times out of 10, well, I ain't gonna say 9 times because it's probably a little lower than that, but it's a high percentage where then the kids are spoiled. They get what they want when they want. They don't have to do that. Black, white, black or white. It's just at that point it's black or white.
I don't.
Because rich is classism.
I don't see too many.
It's not race at that point.
Yeah, I don't see too many. Give me an example.
The Kardashians.
Give me an example. Give me an example of black though.
Of a black? Let's see here. Cardi B. Cardi B just bought her daughter what? That big ass necklace. I mean, yes, it's nice, expensive, yes. But does she really deserve that? Does she really need that necklace?
Okay.
Now she's gonna grow up thinking, I need these things. I want these things.
Could. Shit, that's a chance.
It could, yeah.
I was saying Fabulous say, once to mention he bought his son a Rolex. He said,
how old is his son?
Well, at the time his son was like really young.
That's dumb. Oh no, Rolex, but they appreciate it with time, so I can't say.
What he was saying is, he want, and the same thing with Boosie with his kids. They feel like their kids gonna look at it like they're not gonna value that stuff because they had that shit at a young age, so they're gonna value more important things.
That's where lessons come. That's when you teach them. You gotta let them know. Kids gonna soak up the information you teach them.
You don't think Cardi B would let their daughter know? Like, I'm not in that household. Bro.
I'm not in that house, but I don't think she would have to be like, hey, now you don't need this. You don't need this, but I don't think she would be like. She'd be like,
you don't think Offset would?
I don't know. I don't hear enough of Offset speak or talk.
I think they know how to humble their kids.
I would hope so.
Because T.I. definitely did a good job with it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, he did.
He did a good job with humbling them.
And you seen it on TV.
Yeah, like even if that was fake, like that was a good example.
Yeah, they picked it up. Even if it was fake, I'm telling you, they picked it up because as a young, you're soaking up the information no matter what, even if it is fake. Because you can't tell from fake and real when you're that young.
Because a lot of people never had that shit and value that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got motherfucking grown ass men that'll see Cardi B daughter and snatch that motherfucker off her neck. You know what I'm saying? Because they value that.
Yeah.
So you can't say just because you're getting it, it's gonna make you, you know what I'm saying, feel like, yeah, I got this and that. Because niggas doing that without shit. Like, niggas, man.
But I think it's more of like, they know that's worth something so they could go get money for it. Not as, well, I'm gonna snatch it from you and I'm gonna go wear it in the club. Because I think it's just...
It depends. You know, you got some niggas that like that, bro. Yeah. You do got some niggas like that. And then not even just the snatching part. You got niggas who... Yeah, you got niggas who buy their first chain and just wanna, like, bro, literally, let me tell y'all something that bothered me. And I ain't never said this on Facebook or nothing, but I'm gonna say it now. I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas, bro. The fact that we got niggas in Pine Bluff, Arkansas with diamond testers checking niggas' diamonds, it just make me fucking sick, bro. Cause why the fuck are we in Pine Bluff, Arkansas checking niggas' diamonds? Like, who the fuck is you to worry about if my chain fake? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, I be seeing that shit on Facebook. Like,
that be in Arkansas?
Bro, I know niggas that bought them bitches that I just ordered my diamond section. I'm finna start checking to see if y'all niggas real or fake. Yeah. And some niggas I'm cool with that do it, but like, bro, y'all tripping.
Let them fake it till they make it. If it
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all in this small ass city going out y'all way to embarrass the next man that y'all value, cause y'all value that shit like that, bro.
Yeah. I think this is what y'all talking about with the whole idea of, you know, how black people think that way of always shitting down on somebody because they're not a representation of what they grew from. Yeah. It's like, it's not.
My nigga always gonna get beat.
It's not even about the poor thing. It's because you see, poor. Even though we all poor, it's like crab in a bucket thing. It's the same thing if you was rich. And I'll give you an example. Okay, y'all know what a dynasty is. It's like a family of kings.
Yeah.
The first king is always gonna be the most respected because he came out of the dirt, took over some land, pretty much killed a whole bunch of people so these people can get that.
Yeah, right.
He came out of the dirt. It's the same analogy. Even if his family already had money before that, the fact that he was the first king and he actually fought and did all that. So you can correlate this to a lot of stuff based on class warfare, because now you got, it's the same in the hood. You got certain classes in the hood, and so what they see it is more like it's the same with like what Ocho Cinco was talking about. His ideas is gonna die out, and eventually his kids they're gonna get prestigious if the wealth stays in their family.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I'll give you an example with Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was a Mongol. Nigga, they wore rat fur.
Yeah.
Conquered China. And then he watched his son and his grandkids turn into Chinese people wearing silk. And he was embarrassed by the shit. But his family ruled China for so long and conquered most of the known world.
Yeah.
So understand that it's class warfare. And it'll eventually die. Ocho Cinco just gonna hold on to it.
He's trying to keep that we're hard working.
He can pass it on.
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to do. Cause you're right.
But if they get well,
he went deep with that.
I knew it was coming.
Cause this show how damn.
Yeah.
He broke that shit down right.
And that's wild, bro. Especially like, cause when you look at it from the point of view when you were talking about the kings. At the end of the day, they recognized that they were all kings.
Mm-hmm.
In the hood, you're not getting recognized like that. Like,
well, the thing is, cause you talking about titles.
Well, no,
titles.
not just titles,
but like, yeah, they have
everything
the
that comes with being a king.
Yeah, and it's the same way in the hood. You just don't. We control. You gotta understand. We in the bucket. We only control, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing. If you have a kingdom, right? That's the bucket, because you never know. You got a larger kingdom outside of that bucket. You only control what's in that bucket.
Yeah.
It's just a bigger bucket. Mm-hmm. But no matter what, it doesn't matter if the bucket is just this room. We saw people will start picking people and be like, okay, who's the top guy in here?
Yeah.
Who did what first to make me realize this guy's taking control? Let me get behind him. Yeah. Now I'm in second control. It doesn't matter how small. That's how. It's really like a reptilian type style. It's like you just reacting.
Yeah.
It's survival. You're right.
It's survival. You can find it in the hood.
So what do the people that sees these type of things like us, you know what I'm saying, that's aware of what's going on and trying to be the opposite, like,
see, the people that's going against, who's with that,
yeah,
you got two type of people. You got ones that don't know about it and they just being, they unconsciously doing it. Mm-hmm. And then you got some people that understand it perfectly and they're doing it on purpose. And then most likely they're going to be
like on Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing by.
That's why they keep promoting it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they know they doing something bad.
Of course they do, nigga. Like, so you got the ones who, provide an example from what I was talking about. You got the niggas that's gonna get you diamond tested. They the ones unconsciously on bullshit, and you got the nigga that's gonna order the diamond tester. Like, they know exactly what they do.
Behind the scenes, he probably struggling in debt because he paid for that just to make another nigga look bad though.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit.
But that's gonna get him to the top though, because niggas is gonna love when somebody hate. They're gonna laugh at that nigga. They're gonna laugh at everybody he come to, and see they demise. Like you said, they don't want to see somebody fall.
That shit bothers me. I know niggas that got jewelry and barely got the other on shit. You ain't got nothing else in your name but that chain.
If they value the chain so much, it's because they ain't got nothing else in life that they love or that loves them back, bro. Because you really put that much value to a chain.
And then, if you go buy you a chain, bro, that's real, hey, that's your money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, good job.
If that what you like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say, hey, that shit ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But for you to
come to check my chain,
just feel like you gotta come diamond test my shit, like, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Well,
Let me see what
People
you
who do it to themselves, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that go to the jewelry store, they like to get on Snapchat and see my diamonds real. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But you really got niggas, like, it started with some YouTubers doing
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
They seen
but
that
it's
got
niggas
on.
in my city, and I be looking, and you go, man, you take a ride in my city, you look at all this fucking abandoned ass buildings, bro. Our downtown is not a downtown, bro. Like,
Is it getting bad down there?
bro, it's bad, bro. My city every day is like 30 fucking more houses are abandoned or failed or something. Like,
Come on.
it's bad, bro. It's country. Then you got people that own that land that ain't trying to do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's bad. But niggas spending their time doing shit like that when they could be helping out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just
Starting business.
like Charleston White said though, he said on Vlad TV today, he was saying, talking about Jay-Z, he was like, if all these big people with all this money, Tyler Perry, Puff Daddy, got together and started their own shit, like their own banking system, they could do it. They said they did it in a Jim Crow area where we was getting
I would
lynched and
agree
shit.
with that. And just like Charleston said, he not saying that they gotta do it.
No, they should.
But those people, I'm gonna tell you this: you don't want those people because you really don't want their influence to come over your city. Because they don't know what they're gonna do. These guys are music producers. They're not world
But
builders.
they could find people that know what to do. They got the money to hire the people that know what to do.
My thing
They
is,
don't have to be the people that
it's
know.
a lot that needs to be done within. Like, if it's gonna be a bucket, bro, like you said, it's a bucket, bro. The motherfuckers in the bucket need to be trying.
I'm gonna tell you this: the reason why we have no order, and the order is just so I give you an example with what you said with the houses.
Yeah.
If you go around the hood, you see houses. Okay, who maintains houses?
The city?
The people that live in there.
Families. And just go by, okay, who can afford that? One single parent can't afford a house.
Right.
Off of one check. They're going to have to live in apartments. That's why they build all those apartments. And they
Right.
call them hoods.
Right.
And now that's where that comes from. But if you have two parent households, then you got two people, two checks. They can maintain that house. So what you're seeing is very simple. Why the house is like that? People keep asking. It's like, because nobody living in it, bro,
Yeah,
and
nobody
taking care
do that.
of it.
Oh yeah, man. I ain't saying like,
But
yeah.
but you understand
Yeah,
why?
I
It's
get that,
because
for sure.
the man and the woman are too deep into class warfare. They always worried about better than the next.
Yes, bro.
It's a
And
gender war.
instead of coming together and
I said,
taking care of
I
it.
said that, bro. Like, we in competition with each other, bro.
That's that gender war.
We
We
stupid. We should be loving each other, bro.
Yeah.
We was worried about World War III. We was worried about fucking every other world.
And
war,
it's
but
it's
a gender
getting
war.
ahead of you. Like I said this on another episode, I think like it's getting so much a gender war, and it's still got the race mixed in it. Like,
Oh
boom,
yeah, that's always gonna be there.
boom, Tory Lanez allegedly shoots Meg in the foot. We don't know what happened. See, y'all don't protect black women. You see, they
Right.
create that narrative right there, and it gets
The black man get treated just as bad as white people. Straight up with our women. They accuse us just
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
that's how they'll say, okay, white supremacy, and then they'll talk about black men being ain't shit, not taking care.
All
It's
under the
the
same
same
umbrella.
thing. And the reason why they're attacking us is because it's like
They don't
I
need
want
it.
to separate. Because what they really doing is I want to separate the white man and black man from each other. Because they know that men all together run the country.
yeah.
So first we divide you with the race. Now you not talking with the other man,
Yeah.
right? And now they divide you from your woman. Ain't nobody working together.
See, Joy like this nigga. This
Nobody working together. So we keep focusing on now. Only thing you can focus on now that you have nothing is worrying about who got the most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and if you ain't got,
Right.
if you ain't bringing nothing to the table, she don't want you.
This
Yeah.
shit be preaching.
and so you getting. I'm gonna get deeper. You get dopamines from that
Yeah.
instead of getting them dopamines from the experience you have with your family and your father.
Yep.
So that's what you're missing. So a lot of people missing their father. So they get those dopamines from jury, and they also get it from putting other people down.
Hey, you want to know something real quick? On some real shit, bro. I ain't told nobody this, but I'm gonna tell you right here, right now, because you don't even know this, bro. But you was the beginning. Like, I ain't told nobody this, bro. The only person I know is myself and God. You was the beginning of my mental health journey.
Yeah.
Because we used on God, he was the beginning of my mental health journey because, like, we used to talk at Walmart all the time. Like, this nigga was so deep. I used to go over here and ask him random questions. And the first thing, one of the things dude told me that stuck with me, and one of the first things I did on my healing journey was you told me to forgive my parents. So
I always thought he was like just trying to be funny when he said some shit like that. Just trying to.
Yeah, nigga used to have me sitting there like, nigga, I'm not working. I'm like, bro, this nigga tell me some real stuff. Yeah. But man, I appreciate you, bro. Cause if you don't know how much, I done grew a lot since we worked at Walmart together, bro. Yeah. Like, you was the beginning, bro. I forgave both of my parents, bro. Like, I'm good with my mom, dad, stepdad. Like, that was like a beginning, and that moment led to other things, like me going to like. I ain't gonna say it led to me going to therapy, but it led to me understanding that I have these issues and it comes from me, my family, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's passed down. That shit's passed down. Just like you can pass down training to a dog, that shit gets passed down to us too.
And once I forgave them, it was easier for me to work on me because I wasn't blaming nobody. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? And I had more of an understanding that shit, they got trauma too. That was passed on to them, you know what I'm saying?
And people don't like to believe that we still get affected by slavery.
The realest shit you said today, bro. Well, you said a lot of real shit, but man, niggas do want to be slaves. Like, niggas ain't like, and people gonna take that. I got some people that's pretty,
because they gonna misunderstand.
They gonna misunderstand what you said, but I get what you saying, bro.
I'm gonna tell you this: the moment I said it, I knew it was gonna split.
Yeah.
But it's because you always gonna have two perspectives of what you're saying.
Yeah.
And so I sensed it soon. I said somebody gonna say something, but here I'm gonna correct it so you can get a better idea. What I mean, I don't mean you really want to go back into slavery. You want that feeling of when the slave actually left the slave and said, "I did it." That's what you want. You don't want to go through it. Yeah. You just want I was a slave and I was free. I went through it and I got away.
That's equivalent to the I got it out the mud mentality.
Yes, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't want to go through it. You just want to. You want that hero feeling. And that's why I say a lot of y'all guys watch too many Disney movies.
Yeah.
Because y'all guys want to be heroes, but it's like, bro, you don't gotta be a slave to be a hero. Right now you can even compare yourself to a slave based on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you gotta understand, you gotta be an opportunist. See, a lot of people say, I would never made it as a slave. I'm like, bro, you don't know what you would have done. You would have tried to survive. You either survive or say, I'm in this shit.
Niggas stay saying that, like, man. Yeah, like Boosie just said that the other day. I'm like, bro, you're not gonna have the same mindset where you don't know. They didn't.
Yeah. You would have been in the get along gang too.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to keep your life.
You know what I'm saying? You would have had, you got them slaves that had their pride, that jumped off the boat and all that.
We're trying to lead.
Nigga, a lot of y'all niggas don't stand for nothing now. And y'all, you want me to believe that y'all would have been the nigga talking shit to the slave master?
Hell, right? You watch a cop and fucking kill somebody and record it, but you tell them you gonna run from some dogs and hope them dogs don't catch your ass.
And the thing is, a lot of people don't understand. Human beings are very resilient. And a lot of these people who always bring up our bad past really ain't never went through nothing. Mm-hmm. And if they knew how resilient black people were back in those days, and like they didn't react to the same stuff y'all get reacted to, that's why we were such a noble people. We had black people, black women and black men back in the day, I'm talking about after slavery, they were more Christian, they had more families, they had more people married. White people used to look at us, that's why they were so jealous. Y'all ever thought about that? Think about it. White people were so jealous. They was coming down in hoods, like these niggas getting it together. They ain't doing it no more because it's like, look at y'all. Yeah. It's done. We did what we had to do, but somehow we lost that.
It's not we lost it, bro. You got it. they took some shit away from me.
But
when
the thing is,
when they start building, bro, like you can't just ignore stuff like the Black Wall Street. You can't just ignore stuff.
But a lot of people like to bring that up, and I'm thinking like, bro, okay, that was those people. We gotta. It's like
if we're affected by trauma.
No, that's not
by
our
just
trauma.
our parents. But I'm saying if we're affected by trauma, economics, it still had to affect us.
Here's my point, because I understand what you're saying, but my thing is, when it's time to do this, we gotta just do it, bro. It's not like we can't keep bringing back up our L's, and a lot of times it's like.
That's why I say a person like Jay-Z or Tyler Perry needs to be, because they're the one with the wealth.
What happened in Black Wall Street was horrible, but it's like two different groups got together. They fought, won.
They didn't fight. They got bombed.
It's the same thing. It was a fight. Somebody gonna win, somebody gonna lose, and so that's what it is. But you just gotta know how to just keep it going. Don't stop, even if you keep taking L's. It's called never give up.
And I think that's what we are doing. But
but some people are.
When systems are still in place for you to hold you back, it's gonna get harder. That's why I'm saying with all these contracts, when people say we need to not tell our kids to play in the NBA, I'm like, no.
Right.
That's how they pay. They giving our wealth away to us from that. Teach your son something to do with that money.
Yeah.
Yes, you could train him to play basketball. If you want to be a doctor, let him be a doctor. But that's where the money coming at. Train that man to do something right with that money. I hate when people like, we need to steer our kids away from the NBA or the NFL. I'm like, nah, them niggas making $100 million.
Yeah,
they could do something with that money. Teach them to
do
it,
bro. Like, I hate people that I ain't gonna say I hate, cause somebody got to be a worker. It always got to be an Indian, and it got to be a chief. But man, push on being more. Like, you gotta want more for yourself. Mm-hmm. You need to want more for your children. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's push that on each other. I wish we can go a little longer, but gotta wrap it up.
Good combo.
What I'm saying? That was a good combo though.
Appreciate that, Jamal.
I'm ready to see y'all comments on it. It's Really Rell Podcast. Shout out to my boy Meech and
Jamar.
Yep.
Kenji. Whatever you want.
Jamar, Kenji.
Never be at peace, and I put that shit there on God. Who I'm dodging beside these 47 hats, cause niggas fraud. That social media shit, these niggas.